Do you throw rubbish properly in recycle bins? Of course, I always make sure that I throw plastic and paper in the rubber bins. Why do you ask? Well, I only started recycling recently. I didn't know it was that important. You should always remember to recycle. It's not very hard to throw away plastic and paper in the rubber recycle bins. By recycling, we can really make a lot of difference in the environment. Yes, I read the newspaper last week that recycling can really help the environment. That is why I'm more careful to recycle my rubbish properly. I think you make the right choice. Do you also throw glass in the recycle bin? Yes, I make sure that all my bottles and cans also get recycled. A lot of problems in this world could be solved if there were enough people and money to help. That is why there are many organizations in this world, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is the largest organization in the world. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation started in January of 2000. Like the name says, the foundation owners are Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, and his wife Melinda. The organization has over $28 billion to help others, and much of the money is Bill Gates' personal money. The foundation was originally made to help children get better education and health. They help by sending medicine and doctors to poor countries. The foundation also provides many scholarships. Fortunately, the foundation is so large that they do not stop there. The organization spends over $1 billion every year to help people. In fact, the organization spends over $7 billion since the foundation started. Non-profit organizations help people without earning any money at all. All the members and companies involved in these organizations are volunteers. Some even use their own money when working in these organizations. There are many types of non-profit organizations. An example of a large organization that helps other people is the International Red Cross. The International Red Cross is involved in many things. They are like an emergency hospital with many doctors and nurses. The organization helps countries around the world in emergencies. They provide food and shelters in these countries. They also collect blood during their free time, although it is hard to imagine that they have any free time at all. Non-profit organizations can also help animals and plants. There is an organization called Greenpeace that works to protect the environment. Another non-profit organization called the World Wildlife Fund protects animals in the wild. Both these organizations have thousands of members all over the world. And everyone in these organizations works very hard. No matter what kinds of organizations, the most important part is the volunteers that help others. Therefore, if all of us help a little, the world will suddenly become a better place. have to write a report. I have to write an essay about the country's culture. Really? Which country are you going to write about? Which country are you going to write about? I'm deciding on whether to write on Canada or the US. I'm going to write on the US. It seems like they have very different systems of mixing cultures. What do you mean? Aren't the two countries really close together? Yes, the two countries are close, but very different in what they believe. The US believes in a system called the melting pot. Doesn't that mean that they melt the cultures or something like that? I guess you could say that the US wants everyone to mix and create one big culture. That's to say, the Americans think that it will bring everyone close together and everyone will have a same culture in others. How about Canada? Do they mix cultures together? Yes, Canada also mix cultures together, but they call their system the Silent Ball toss. They do not want people in their countries to forget their culture. Canadians think that the system respects all the different cultures in the countries. Wow, both of them sounds correct. I guess it will be hard to say which country is correct. Sorry, but I have to go. I hope you make the right choice. A lot of problems. There are more than 6 billion people in the world, and more than 2 billion people are in just 2 Asian countries, China and India. The governments of both countries are worried that there are too many people because of a few reasons. China has over 1.3 billion people in the country. The people in the countries need jobs, but there are not enough for everyone. Since there are so few jobs in the country, more people have less money to live on. This can cause many negative social problems. India reached the 1 billion mark in 1999. The government is very concerned about the shortage of water and food for the people. That is very dangerous because many people need more water when it is hot. Some places in India can reach over 48 degrees Celsius, hot enough to cook eggs on the streets.